Welcome back everyone, Final Fantasy XIV. And we are continuing on the Alchema questline here in the Steps of Udal, Steps of Thrall in Udal. So, cease and desist. Guildmaster Servian wishes to assign you a minor task. I'll take it. Oh, Apprentice Monk. Eagerly have I awaited your return, my able assistant. Does your chest not ache with the intake of every excited breath? Do you not tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realm of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You do? Well, try to ignore that feeling for now, before we can fully commit ourselves to our research. There remains a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As ever, I speak of these unending orders from the guild. Brew this potion. Concoct this elixir. Surely you grow as weary as I of the constant demands on our precious time. We must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end this nibbling distraction, and it involves you. March over to Dietrich's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'd handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Okay, guild receptionist versus the guild master. Master Severian demands to be spared from any further official guild duties. I'm a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? He obsesses research in wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear if we do not restore at least a modicum of goodwill, his attempts to redirect tasks will be met with the staunchest of opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nay, 'twas not always like this, but ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I have witnessed him transform into this feverish madman, disrespectfully racing through experiment after experiment. I delve into the areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. One of the various orders the guild needs met, the one of highest priority, is a request for a vial of high ether commissioned by one of our more valued patrons. I would suggest you lend your focus to this particular assignment and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then it would be enough to both satisfy the patron and allow enough barbarians to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitate to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realize what Master Servian's work means to him, and I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear his well-being, and you are the closest thing he has to a friend. Alright, let's go back over here. So he lost his loved one. Probably his wife, his girlfriend. Well, did you browbeat that Dietrich's fellow into submission? A considerable surrender. I suppose a single vial of high ether is a small price to pay. But let it not be said that my assistant fails to deliver. You will need to employ advanced and somewhat involved alchemical techniques to produce the evaluated quality of high ether requested. Best you begin at once. Shoot. You know I've got this stuff made already. I keep stockpiles of it. How does your work progress? Have you succeeded in concocting that remarkable, efficacious high ether? Look at that. High quality. Restores 900 magic points, MP. So, process valve alchemical extraction of etheric essence occurring in elemental crystals. The contents of this vial instantly restores a fair amount of MP. Bam. Oh, you only need one. Works for me. Yes, rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged the key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post-assistant career lies in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that they might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of either stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is an innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy. A few swallows of alchemical brilliance, a sorcerer could fill another barrage of spells. It cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely. As we have already discussed, any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It's difficult to contain my passion for alchemy, with the goal of my labors looming so close to the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear assistant. With all obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed, let us move on to the final stage of experiments. There we go, we'll just take some gloves. And we got the silver almanac. That quest to be complete. Look at that. So let's check a look. That's our old almanac. Not impressive. Let's go ahead and put our new boy up here. Looks about the same. Let's update our gear list. And we're going to call that a day. So thanks for joining me. My name's Tig. And when we come back, we're going to do the level 40 quest. So we'll hit that up tomorrow. We got about 3 days left of this. And then back to the main story quest line.